Welcome, Valpo fans, to another edition of the Valpo Coaches Show, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. I'm Aaron Levitt. Joining me this week, the head coach of the men's and women's swimming programs, Maggie Kroemer. Coach Kroemer, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Been a fall full of successes for your teams. The women's side already 3 dual meet wins this year, which matches last season's total. The men's team coming off the most dual meet wins last year in at least 25 seasons. They have a number of their standouts back from that team. Just want to run down some of your standouts on both sides and let you talk about them and what makes them excel in the pool. And let's start with the women's team. As I mentioned, 3 dual meet wins already this year. Let's start out with Sarah Strauss for the women, someone who's consistently top finishes for you guys. Her name's in the record book. Talk a little bit about her.
Yeah, Sarah's been doing a really great job this season. It's her second year being a captain on the team. This is probably the fastest that she's swum in season, like in dual meet so far this year. She already got a lifetime best in her 200 breaststroke at the Green Bay meet, which is, really unusual for doing that without being like tapered and rested. So, I'm really looking forward to see what she can do this week at our upcoming invite. She's been doing some great things.
Another name that is consistently, I'm seeing near the top of events, Kaylin Benoit. How about her?
Yeah, Kaylin's been doing a great job for us too. She is a very hard worker, is always working on trying to improve like her technique and her underwaters and turns and things, and always giving her best effort at practice. And she's been very consistent for us at our meets, especially in the butterfly events, and is very reliable for us. And she's going to have a great meet coming up this week too.
It's a really young group you have on the women's side, which makes the fact they already have 3 dual meet wins this year even more impressive. One of your youngest swimmers, freshman Ali Unruh, has just been killing the distance events for you guys so far this fall.
Allie's been doing a great job. She consistently swims 1,000, 500, 200 free almost every dual meet. She already got in our all-time top 10 list in the 1,000. I believe she's third all-time in that. She got lifetime best in her 1,000 and 500 free this year. She's very hard worker at practice. She's, you know, keeps a cool under pressure. And she's been great for us.
Looking at the men's side, as I mentioned, most dual meet wins in at least 25 years last year. I think the name maybe most recognizable to Valpo fans is Jackson Usman. Already has 3 individual school records, ranked second in program history in 3 other events. Just what makes him so good in the water, and how have you seen him grow this year?
Yeah, he's a very hard worker. Um, he's very competitive and likes racing people in practice. Likes racing people at meets. He's very versatile. We can put him a lot of different things. Being an IMer, he can swim any stroke. He's been a great leader this year too, and he's very consistent and doesn't isn't a big complainer or anything. He's been very good for us.
Another one of his classmates has also been a standout for you since he came on campus, Anthony Martin. And you talk about a versatile swimmer. Here's a guy swims the free, swims the fly. How important has he been to your program?
Oh, Anthony's been very important. Last year he swam on all 5 relays at our conference meet. He's the kind of person that puts the team first and had his own like individual needs. Um, we can put him in a lot of different races, and we know that he's going to show up and give his best effort and throw down some good swims.
And I highlighted one freshman on the women's side. You've had a standout freshman on the men's side so far this year. Carson Parker has been doing well in his first season for you guys.
Yeah, after his first meet, he got the Conference Freshman of the Week award. So that was very exciting way for him to start off his career. Carson has a lot of potential. He's already, shown some improvement this year. He's been very good for us in the sprints, the breaststroke events. He works hard in practice too. He's always, asking about how he can improve his stroke, his starts, turns, and things. We're going to see some good things out of him this week.
You mentioned a couple times you've got your mid-season invite this week, the
Yeah.
Magnus Cup, Thursday through Saturday, hosted by Cleveland State. Just talk a little bit about how you set up your schedule and the purpose of having this kind of bigger meet in the middle of your season.
Yeah. So, we've done dual meets so far and like one small 1 day invite. And then, it's nice as we're heading into the end of the semester to do a meet that kind of mirrors our conference championship meet. It's a 3 day prelim final meet, same order of events as our conference meet for the most part. What's fun about this meet is that it's going to have 50s a stroke and 100 IM, which we don't really get to do very often. So that's exciting. We're gonna rest for this meet. We're gonna wear our tech suits, our racing suits, which we don't do for most meets. So it's a great chance to see where we're at with our training, with our season, at the end of the semester. And we might make adjustments on people's training or things, for the second half of the season. And then it's also an opportunity, because we can only do each person can swim 3 individual events at conference. It kind of gets us an idea of like what events to put people in. We can see how people are ranked in the conference after this meet and kind of focus their training towards those events the second half of the season.
Best of luck this week. Looking forward to hopefully seeing some school records fall.
Thanks, Aaron.
Till next time, this has been the Valpo Coaches Show, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.